Well, hello, everybody. This is Frank Farr from Katy, Texas, and this is.
Donna Farr.
I thought I recognized you.
Yes, sir.
Uh, my bride of 47 years. But we've got a special guest with us today here, Justin Geswein. Uh, Justin is from up north, quite a ways farther north than Katy, Texas is. And he has an amazing story to tell. But first of all, we want you to know that we're not doctors, so we do not diagnose or treat, prescribe for any disease or condition. We're just sharing our experience with the patches. And since everyone's body is different, your experience may be different as well. Justin, what can we tell? Can you tell us what the patches have done for you, brother?
Well, I started last year, May. Actually, my wife introduced it to me after I watched Surgery. Uh, and I've been an asthmatic my whole life.
Wow.
Child in and out, you know, carrying my feet, carrying, you know,
You're breaking up on us there, Justin.
Oh, okay. So I had asthma quite a long time, my whole life, actually severe. Um, I even had my own Ventolin machine at home as a child, so
Mm.
to avoid that predator. Um, and that continued my whole life. I never went anywhere. Everyone carries a cell phone. Well, I made sure I had my puffers more than I had my phone. That was more important to me anywhere I went, because at any moment I could have a flare up. And so I didn't notice at first, but within a few months, I noticed that, they sat on the nightstand more than they did in my pocket. And, maybe now here and there, maybe once a month, I might grab them and use them, maybe in the morning. Um, that was the first thing. And then in 2013, I had a severe injury to my wrist. I cut 11 out of 12 tendons in my median nerve. Um, I've never been into medication, so I actually rode that train. Painkillers, no nothing. It was a battle. And my arms got steel cables in it, and every once in a while, I work heavy industrial construction. My wrist would pop, and I would have these little bubbles along one of the tendons, and they used to call it a cartilage bubble or whatever it may be. And when that would happen, I couldn't pick up a $20 bill and hold it with my two fingers without being in severe pain. And I used to wear the patches more localized on the neck, and one day I said, you know what, I'm going to try it on my wrist when I had a flare up at work, because it was either that or I'm running one handed, and that ain't going to work really with my industry. I'm a concrete finisher, and I do heavy demolition, and so I put it there, and within 20 minutes or so, I was able to go back to, lifting 200 pounds, finishing concrete, didn't matter what it was. So I generally wear mine there, because that's my main focus of, what I want first to get some, benefits out of my body. But I also tore my shoulder in 2022, 23. I dislocated it, and generally, when you dislocate a shoulder, you usually tear the upper part of your shoulder when you dislocate. But for some reason, I shredded up the bottom, and I couldn't use my arm very much. And I have not set up any surgeries, and I have not been affected by that, and have no plan on even speaking to another doctor about, looking at it. So, those were some major benefits that I've noticed so far from, you know, what I would have thought it was nothing. And like I say, I don't like medication, don't like painkillers. I also had bad allergies, and I have an allergy bottle that's been sitting in the back cupboard, and I just look at it and laugh every time I open the medicine cabinet, because I'm just going for like Vicks or something else in there now. Band-aids, no medications, no puffers. A lot of that stuff has really been, I've noticed that's my major focus. And last year I did get diagnosed with glasses for the first time in my life, and I maybe wore them 4 times, and now they're just an ornament in my nightstand as well. It was more nighttime driving that was starting to get to me, but seems to be okay now. I'm not getting blinded by cars, and I'm not having to wear my glasses at all, really.
That's fantastic. I mean, you've been through the mill, as they say. You know, it's amazing with your wrist, and more amazing with your allergies and asthma. You know, it's just I know you've lived with that, carried that burden all your life, and now to be have it lifted has to feel amazing. So, how long have you been on the patches?
Since May of 2025.
Okay,
Okay.
all right,
So not even a year yet.
right,
So
Been a
wow.
year. I'll be honest. I was a little skeptic at first when the wife started, so I just let her run with it.
right.
And I watched a lot of stuff with her, and then we had moved to the shoe shop in BC. I said, you know what? Oh, maybe it's time that I'll join.
Good deal, good deal.
Yeah.
Uh, Uh, I know Ashley has had an amazing testimony too that she shared with us, and now to see that baby boy, you know, with all that curly hair, we love to see all the posts that she does with him, you know, and I'm sure you're also proud of him as well.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
so, what would you say that to people that are skeptical like you were? What would you have to say to them about maybe trying the patches?
What do you have to lose?
Amen.
Good one. Good
Amen.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You're either going to take painkillers, sit there and hope for the best, or whatever other medications or exercises you're going to try and do. But that's only a band-aid, I believe. You're not going to actually, start moving forward until you give it a try. And I mean, like I say, what's the worst that's going to happen? Nothing.
Well, it sounds that you and I are kind of like. I tell people, you couldn't sue me and make me get off the patches now. There's just no way. I mean, they've given me my life back, and it sounds like they've given you your life back, or at
Yeah.
least a better life. You know.
I'm 37, and like I said, I've been working construction my whole life, and my body feels or had felt a lot worse, and I didn't really take care of it. If I was injured, I wasn't the guy to go home and be like, yeah, I need a week off. No, I'd go right through it. Even last year, I wish I had a picture. I do have a picture. Maybe I could share that with you later. But at work, I split my knuckle open, like right to the bone. And my boss was like, "Do you want to go home?" I said, "No, just go grab me super glue." And I sent a picture to Ashley. She's like, "You going to get stitches?" I said, "No, I'm not. Like, no lost time of work here. I waited for, I maybe took 20 minutes off to go get a first aid kit to stop the bleeding. And I put the patch, I moved it over to my finger, and I worked the rest of my day rigging and doing whatever. No pain, no, nothing that I noticed that should have sent, I'm going to put my hand down and call it for a day. And I didn't really pay attention after it had healed, but now you can, oh, where is it? It doesn't, right there, that line was so opened. Now it looks like nothing. My finger doesn't feel scarred. I have no loss of mobility, and I should have. Anything I have had,
Yes, absolutely.
you can see that, but that's the scar I was talking about. That was, like I say, 13 or 12 out of or 11 out of 12.
Yeah.
That was a debilitating.
Right. That's a lot of surgery for sure. Well,
Yeah,
just
they told
uh,
me it would be 2 hours, and it was 9 hours later they pulled me out. They said-
wow.
they only said there was a couple tenants down. When they got in there, I missed one.
Well, brother, you just honored us with your time and your testimony. I know it's going to touch a lot of lives, and we appreciate that for you doing that. We're honored. Also, would like to tell everybody out there, if you want to know more about the patches, you can get in touch with Justin and Ashley. They'll be glad to walk you through what you need to do to experience that. Or if you know Donna and I, you can get in touch with us or whoever sent you this video. Get back with them and they will bless you with the information. Again, Justin, we can't thank you enough. And I know you don't have much time off, so we appreciate you giving us what little bit of time that you do have off. And take care of Miss Ashley and that little boy.
Well, first priority for myself.
All right, brother. Thank you very, very much.
You guys.